Hey guys, back for another video. I want to give you all an update with this Carlee Russell situation. Now, there's been a bunch of chitter chatter on TikTok and Facebook and all other social media outlets. It is alleged information out there that Carlee Russell created this entire hoax because she was in a back and forth situation with her boyfriend that supposedly posted all of this information on his Instagram, that he was so happy that she had been filed. But it seems like he may have been messing around with another girl. And this is a stripper, by the way. So it seems like he had been possibly messing around with a stripper, and the stripper and Carlee had gotten into a back and forth situation. And it looks like, guys, that she may have did this for her dusty boyfriend to get back at him. Now, this is all alleged information. Also, it's being said that a bunch of police officers at the Hoover Police Department have been let go because they are leaking information to bloggers, and the information is getting out. The police are trying to keep this a little bit confidential with some of the information. A lot of it, obviously, they have released to the public, but some of the information they have not released. So this is all alleged information and possibly will come out at a later date. So if it does, just remember that I told you about it. So I am going to let you watch a video of a TikToker with alleged text messages that was leaked. And you know where that had to come from, because guess who had her phone? The police department had her phone. So these are text messages back and forth with some female that's supposed to be a stripper. And this is, her and Carlee Russell is going back and forth. So let's jump right in, guys. Let's get that video up for you. Keep in mind, this is, for entertainment purposes only, and this is alleged information. I cannot confirm or deny this information because guess what? It's not really coming from a reliable source. Again, I don't know if this is true. I am just providing you guys the information that I have come across to keep you in the loop of what's going on with Miss Carlee Russell. So I'm going to go ahead and get that video going for you in 1 second. The video is coming up next.
So the update I never wanted to truly have to report on. So we've all been talking about the Carlee Russell case. This is her Instagram, Carlee. Over the last few days, she shocked the nation, and Black women all over the country felt empowered. We felt finally pleased that America was caring about Black women. Every national news outlet was reporting about Carlee Russell. This is the first time this has ever happened. The hunt was on to find this Black girl. But then when she showed up at our house, it got a little greasy. Why did it get a little greasy? Because she just showed up. So then that's when the world got divided. Wait, what's going on? Something is not right here. Okay, we don't want to speak. We want our privacy. Something is going on. What is going on? Well, when you start talking about something, people start DMing you the truth. It looks like 50 people from Hoover have already got fired for leaking what's really going on with this case. And it's trickled into my DM. So you mean to tell me all this was because she was trying to get back at her ex-man? Yeah, that boyfriend that spoke out about her being kidnapped and held and tortured. Yeah, that was her ex-man. And he actually cheated on her with a stripper. And Carlee had it out with the stripper. And to get back at him, yeah, she disappeared herself. And then got afraid when it blew up. This is what Carlee said to the side chick. Itch, please. He told me everything you said about me, and you thought I told him to say that. I wasn't even with him. You're delusional AF if you think your little conversation was anything more than convenience, and the fact that he used you to get back at me out of anger. You want to talk about I don't compare to you on your worst day? Girl, bye. You're miserable, or at least should be, being a stripper to provide for a child I've heard you've had from multiple people. So not surprised you don't know who your baby daddy is. Mention me or contact my NIGGA again, And you'll see I'm not the one to play with. You don't want you and your whole family touched. You're poor. I'm rich. You're a stripper. I'm a nurse. You're ugly. I'm beautiful. You could never. You're the bottom of the barrel. Someone from the police department just could not watch us all suffer. So they released these details. Here's the update. She's sticking to the story that she was abducted. She says she was lured into the woods by some people who live in the woods, described as a person with orange hair, balding on top, tied her up and drove her around and put her in an 18-wheeler and fed her cheeses for 2 days, and they painted her nails. They kept her on 150 somewhere, and somehow she managed to get away and run through the woods to her neighborhood until she got into her house and then goes into the hospital. Hoover got some Ring doorbell footage from her neighborhood, and it just shows her walking casually until she gets close to her house, and then she starts sprinting and flailing arms and acting a fool. She got caught stealing from work that day, failed out of nursing school, and has been on drugs. She had her friend behind her, and that's who picked her up. She was with her friend all weekend. The police knew she was safe because she unblocked her ex while she was quote unquote abducted. She planned to disappear and realized it wasn't going to work. What up, Nurse Gang? What up, TikTok? So the update. Nurse Gang. What up? What up, Nurse Gang?
Okay, guys. What are your thoughts after listening to that TikToker explain what has been circling on social media for the last week or so? I did not report that information, although I knew it to be out there because I wanted to give Carlee Russell the benefit of the doubt. And we all know when anything happens in the world, there's always some chatter about something. So I did not want to report on that because I wanted to believe everything that, she stated that had happened. Now, although the police, were very silent and they just recently released a statement, I believe that, they hadn't been forthcoming with information because I thought maybe somebody was out there. But actually, as I looked at the information and, listened to the 911 call and now hearing the press release, it is very clear that this girl made this story up. And that leads me to my next conclusion. Why? Why? Like, what was her outcome? The police indicated that when they retrieved her phone, that there were some things in there that they would not talk about because they wanted to give her some time. What exactly do you think was in her phone that they did not want to share with us? I mean, they had already shared with us that she had, did searches about how to steal money out of cash register. What's the cost of an Amber Alert? I mean, they gave us a lot of information. But what else was in her phone that they did not want to share with us? They stated that in the press conference, okay? The TikToker is also stating that Carlee is in a back and forth with her boyfriend over some alleged stripper, right? So there is something going on between Carlee and her boyfriend, which is very odd because the boyfriend was one of the ones that came out on his social media basically thanking the world for Carlee's return, which is very interesting because now that this information is coming out about an alleged stripper that he supposedly was messing around with, guess what's happening now? Carlee Russell, every picture of Carlee Russell, it has been deleted from her so-called boyfriend's Instagram page. So that leads me to believe that there was definitely something going on. So my next question is, Did the boyfriend really believe that she had been kidnapped or that something had happened to her? Because why would he come out on his Instagram and basically say, because he said that she had been fighting for her life for 48 hours. Now, after that police news conference, he has now deleted every picture of Carlee from his Instagram page. How interesting. That is very, very interesting. As the TikToker indicated, the messages from the police department, they're stating that 50 or probably more now people have been fired for leaking information. I'm sure you guys have heard, I've heard the story about the orange hair guy. Well, guess what? We heard it in a press conference. So if this is not true, then where did it come from? We did hear in a press conference that they said Carlee said somebody with orange hair. So if it did not come from the police, where would it have come from? You see what I'm saying? So the information is now starting to make sense. And for those of you who may not remember, because we do got life and we be lifing and we be forgetting stuff. For those of you who may not remember, I mean, you can always go back and, watch my video in which I shared the press conference. But guess what? I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you. I'm going to play snippets of that interview in which the police talk about this same thing. So there is definitely more information that has not come out about this story. The police have only released the information to the public so that people can feel safe and not think that there's some monster out there abducting women and children. But there is more to this story. As they indicated in the police update briefing or whatever they want to call it, they wanted to get this message out to let the public know that there is no body snatchers out there. Nobody is snatching women and kids. So you don't got to hide your kids and hide your wife or hide your girlfriend. This is really getting deep. So let me play snippets of that video where y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. That video is coming up next, and we'll get back together in a moment.
911. She started and called 911. She started when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child. A man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claimed he then forced her into a car. And the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. She told detectives the male had orange hair with a bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they took her into a house and made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of the road and called 911. She started.
Okay, guys. Now you heard that snippet of exactly the description of everything Carlee Russell stated that night. I just wanted to play that back to refresh y'all memory. I said you could either go watch my video my previous posted video, or I said I will play it back. So I played it back. Now do you see where this is starting to, well, how this is starting to sound? When she was arrested, I'm sorry, not arrested. When she walked home, because hey, that's how she got there. She even said it. She said she escaped from the kidnappers. Keep in mind, she said that she had been kidnapped and then she had got away and then they had recaptured her. Anywho, she stated that the man had orange hair. That is exactly what the TikToker is saying. But keep in mind, guys, as I previously stated, this TikTok video came out, oh boy, probably about 5 days ago. I just did not want to speak on it because I really, really, really try hard to report the facts. And especially, in this case where you can just go online and kind of see what's going on. I didn't want to report that type of stuff because I wanted this to be a true story because, abduction, kidnapping, children are very important. And I just didn't want to report that. But as everything has come full circle and as we have saw in the news, they're stating that they are not looking for anyone. They're not looking for anyone. And there is still an investigation going on. But who exactly are they investigating? They've already told you that they're not looking for anyone. So if they're not looking for anyone, who are they investigating? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I'm looking for y'all feedback. Let me know what you feel about this case. This is, it's a very, very telling story because we all know when Black women, children, when we come up missing, we don't get a lot of coverage. But in this case, the exact opposite happened. So we got a lot of people that's angry about how this just went down. So again, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video.